Hi all, Stevie GTR here. I bought this knurling tool from RDG Tools. I mean, it wasn't expensive, it was £19.95, which I suppose if you came to make one you'd probably spend that in stock. But of course they're no good if they don't work. So unless I'm mistaken, this isn't working properly, because the whole idea is that which I've got it in, I'll put it into a tool holder like that. And the whole idea is it goes from something like 7mm up to it's 32 or 33mm it'll knurl up to diameter. So I've got a piece of stock in here that I've already knurled. You tighten this screw, so you wind screw down, and it pulls the jaws together. Obviously it's fixed at its centre because it's on your tool post or wherever you choose to mount it. So that's mounted solid, and I brought this up so that it was central, and lined it up with centre chuck so that the expand and contract of the bottom and top jaw, if you want to call it that, was equally distance from the bar. But what I noticed was this will come up, this bottom will come up, but that's as far as it'll come. It's been made a bit Heath Robinson really, because this top, let's lift this camera just in case you can't see that, sorry about this, like that, stop wobbling. This top is a big knurled nut, and there's a piece of bar that comes with it, that you can use it to lever it round. So you've got that, and then you've got a curled, a rolled large washer, so that it sits in there, and that's got the depression in the same shape, so basically it can swivel, which it needs to, so that this jaw can go up and down because it's swinging in an arch. And the bottom isn't like that. The bottom is in a square seat. So what I'm going to do, it definitely ain't working right. What happened was I started to do knurling with it, and I noticed that the top knurl was doing the work and the bottom knurl wasn't doing anything once I started to really wind it on. I mean, it doesn't half grip this. I was thinking I was going to break this. I was really putting some tension on it, but it has nailed it in a fashion. It's not fantastic, but it's done it. But what, as I say, I did realise is that the bottom roller isn't doing a great deal because it only comes up so far and it can't come any further. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to knock that video off, and I'll piece this lot together, this video, because I'm going to move this onto the bench now, and then we're going to strip it down and have a look and see if there's a... Okay, so I've got it away from the lathe. So you can see it's just a piece of 3/8 bar, and it's clamped in a quick change tool holder, and then adjusted with the screw up to height to give dead centre line through there. And what I was saying was that this bottom don't want to come up, although the top, that'll go up and down, but the bottom won't come up and down. It'll go down a bit and it'll come up a bit, but not enough. So let's strip it down. So we've got one nailed thumb wheel, we've got one convoluted, curved, whatever you want to call it, washer, and a dimple in there to match it. So you'd assume this is a stud, so you'd assume that this stud would be curled in there so that that can swivel backwards and forwards. So let's take it out and find out. I'm almost sure it's square. Well, it's got to be. Right, got that out. One spring. Yep, and one bolt with a square shoulder. Forgive me if I've got something wrong and I don't see this right, but that, I just don't see how it can work, because that has got to do that equally. Top and bottom's got to adjust to get an equal pinch onto your part that you're knurling, and that can't. As far as I can see, once that's tight in there, that's as much as you can move. That's it. It's not enough. There's not enough movement in that. I suppose it's okay, not the best fit in the world. Right, so what am I going to do? I'll put a bit of radius under this bolt head. It's too square. I'm going to put a little bit of radius on there, I think. And then I want that to move more than that. I'll try it with file, giving it a file in there and there, depends how hard this is. But I do think I might have to get milling machine in and just open that a little bit more. That bolt head's very snug in there. There's no movement allowance for it. But in fairness, it is hitting the edge of the hole there. So I suppose that'd be the first thing, to try and file a bit of that out. That's what I'm going to try. No, that'll file. Right, let's see if it goes right up now, if it'll squeeze up more. Yeah, that's squeezed up a bit more. In fact, that one doesn't squeeze up as far. Yeah, that one actually wants filing as well. That's right up. That one's not far over, is it? That one's pulled up, that one hasn't. I'm going to file that one and I'll come back. Still not quite as far over as that one. And that's with some filed off. It does work. Got anything that I've done? Yeah. We worked on this, didn't it? So that's a nail that I did on that. And it's a diamond nail. And it nailed okay. Not bad. I did do some bar somewhere. Just testing. I don't know what happened to that. But yeah, it works in a fashion. But I'm going to build a nicer one. I'm going to do it. I'm going to video it all. It's probably going to take quite a few parts to do as I make it. And probably loads of boo-boos. But I want to do it right slow and right steady and methodical and cleanly, and hopefully it'll look nice when it's finished. Some of them I've seen pictures of look really stunning. It'd be nice to have one that did look nice. Anyway, thanks for watching this. It's just 2 or 3 little video clips I'll stick together, but I suppose I could put it in and show you it nearly for those that want to buy a reasonably cheap one. It does work. I shall do that. I'll set it all up and I'll move camera across that milling machine and show you it working to prove it does. Getting it central. Now a guy on model engineering site told me that the way to do this is you clamp it up so it's like that. You just ease it back a fraction, you take it off the work and then you bring the nails in and then go back in onto the work with a chamfer on this edge. The thing is with this is there's so much side movement on it that I don't think that would work too well. I mean, look at that. bushing of any kind, so I'm going to work it down on this particular one anyway. So I'm pretty much central that way. I'll bring that down. Do I use WD-40 or cutting oil? I've got WD-40 ready, but I'll plunge loads of cutting oil on it. Let that run down. I don't know whether this is right or wrong, somebody will tell me. There you go, that's running down to the bottom wheel. And we'll slow the job right down. Somewhere I've got a metal pin. This is the bit I don't like about this, because you're getting your hand a bit close to the chuck. Quite stinks, does aluminium when it's being cut. Bit more. Oh, smells like gas. No, it's not my electric motor. Probably wrong stuff to use. In fact, hang on a minute. Need to buy another one of these. Good stuff, this carb cleaner. Wire brush. Nearly gone that. I've had it for ages. It's been right good stuff, especially when I'm doing anodizing. So yeah, not deep enough, and it's crisscrossed as well. Crisscrossed as that. Let's try some more. I maybe won't run it up and down. I'll lock my carriage and I'll just do it there only. See if that's gone any deeper. Yeah, it has. Is it much good? No. And I was gripping pretty tight there. Wheels are not worn out. No, I don't like this idea of this blooming tightening business. It's frightening. Getting there, something moving. And you've got to get your finger in there, haven't you? And woof, it goes round. Don't like the whole idea. Probably work if you're just doing an odd bit. If you're going to do quite a lot of knurling, probably not a good thing to use. Maybe in about 2 months' time, because that's probably how long it's going to take me to make this other one. Working everything out. We'll see. Meantime, what else have I got on? You can see that. This is what came with Myford, a red tool holder. So I've ordered a blade, one of those flat ones with inserts. I've got some HSS ones. I'm going to try one of those others. And this top block here, which comes off separately and leaves that block, it's been homemade. I'll have to remake that. I'm going to make it deeper and then I'll make a slot in it to carry it. It won't have to be as deep as that, the whole thing will be narrower, to carry the blade, and then some sort of a clamping device to keep the blade in position so it can't rock. Whether I need to make some sort of adjustment or whether I'm going to be accurate enough by using my centre idea to get my centre, because once the blade's in, I can't see you ever needing to adjust it. If you're cutting on centre, the sound centre or just below, so I think that might do the job. So I've got some stock on its way for that. I've got some bar that might do it, but I'll have to wait till the cutter blade comes. I think it's 25mm deep, and then see where we go. So my super review of this thing, not great. It works, and if you're just going to do some thin stuff, just aluminium. I mean, imagine trying that on some stainless. I got a piece out ready to try it, but you know what, I just dare do it. It's probably going to snap. I'm putting a lot of tension on there, as you could see with that piece of rod, and I just don't trust it. Don't trust it. Sorry, it was £16.50 I believe. So you can't knock it, it just isn't heavy duty. And we'll see if the next one I make is. Thank you for watching. Click as I like, and if you keep watching, maybe subscribe, you'll get a notification next time I put a video on, and you'll probably see the new one that I've made. I'm still undecided on the Graham Meek design, which looks absolutely fantastic. In fact, there's one guy at Model Engineering Club who's put one on, and it looks like a hand off, what did they call it? Terminator? And Arnold Schwarzenegger, his hand. I want it Transformers. It looks awesome. That's my stupid brain working. All the other ones are Hemingway's kit. There's two. They do a standard one, and the other one's called a sensitive one. It's got a lever and a cam arrangement. It does look nice. Undecided at the moment, but we'll see. Okay, thanks for watching.